So we started our day, we had breakfast, we signed out of the hotel. I'm gonna head back to Dusseldorf around maybe 12 or 4 o'clock, in between that time, so I can get a day in, rest up, let my feet soak, and just take it easy. So right now we're in Chinatown, as you can see behind me, and we're just gonna go to a graffiti park and have a good day. Yeah. So it's really cool. Chinatown's actually really cool. It's got all these little places all along the street. And it's interesting like how the culture varies here. Like if you watch yesterday's video, you see all the real old antique European, and now you see all these modern buildings still with the old facades, but just with amazing like little restaurants, and everyone seems to be doing their own thing. So it's really kind of cool. So looks like we found some more urban knitting. All of these. So what I think happens is people come out, quickly shovel on whatever knitting they've kind of created for these, and it just, I don't know, I think it makes the city look clean, and it's kind of nice like graffiti, but you can remove it really easily if you don't like it. So big fan. So we got 2 different beers. We got a Lefe, which you can get in the States, but it's blonde. It's real, almost like banana hints. And a Chime, it's really a bitter beer. Sour. Oh, it even says sour. It's a sour beer. It's very different. Not like any beer I've ever had. And what time do we have? 10:20 a.m. So we're starting early. We're gonna do a tour of beer and then keep walking around. So we went to a park, and then after the park we ended up here where this is supposed to be like a graffiti way where people graffiti all the time. The level of work, like the stuff on the bottom you can see is just like, you know, just some kid with a spray can. But the stuff on top, like, that is some seriously talented graffiti artists. And the all underneath this bridge, everywhere you look, there's like little things that make it really unique. And I'm sorry I'm narrating everything that we're seeing. I know you can just be like, yeah, that's kind of cool. But I don't know, I just want to kind of explain what I'm going through as I'm experiencing things. So I'm sorry if it gets a little boring. But I just find that, I don't know, I have a thing for graffiti. So like the Cheshire Cat up there and all the demonic ways it looks, I think that's really cool. Pew! But I don't know, I just think that's awesome that someone can do this with a spray can. It looks like really next level drawing, and it just, there's so much meaning behind it. I feel like graffiti artists spend a lot of time on the craft when you get to that level. So I'm really happy we ended up finding this. Is really a nice underground, kind of not off the beaten path, or off the beaten path kind of place, which is really cool because we have these maps that I'm in love with. In fact, I'm gonna go try and see maybe if I can do something back in the States, but they're by locals. So what it is, the locals come together and say, hey, we wanna make a map of our city. And so they interview locals and they're like, hey, you know what, I know everyone goes here, but this is where I drink. This is where I have fun. So a lot of the places we're going to actually aren't even tourist places. They're places where the locals go and drink. And so we get to sit and talk. And if you watched yesterday's video, I give a shout out to Brian's ability to just talk to anyone. To not have any fear at all or any self-reservation of talking to people. And so going to these places with him, he really brings out the culture out of people and forces them to tell us like what's special about this to them. And so once again, Brian has been an absolute joy to have with me on this trip, especially with this kind of the map that we've been having and the places we've been going. So I'm really happy with it. So we're walking around, my feet are feeling better. Kayla's dad told me to put two layers of socks on. Completely helped. Still sore to walk, but not nearly as bad as yesterday. So I don't know where we're headed now, but we'll keep looking around. Actually, I think they have a skate park over here, so we might head over there. So we ended up in a travel store, looking for postcards always. And they have tons of maps everywhere. Map. And my favorite part, just the large amount of globes. And they're pretty. I want one. It's a fun looking building. And if you look at the glass, they're almost like little tubes that run through. So the building must be supported internally from its structure. But it just, even inside, you can see like they like look like they're stacked like Jenga blocks. Really interesting. And I noticed that like a lot of Belgium and the Netherlands have really avant-garde architecture that's really nice to look at. So we ended up in the squiggly glass building. That's hard to say, squiggly glass. Ugh. Anyways, so we're up here, and it's actually a really, really great view of the city. Only €1 for students. And these aren't tubes, they're just wavy windows. It's pretty, you see the harbor. There's an old church back there. You can see a lot of the landmarks we've walked by already. So here's a bit of a better view of the city. We got to all the way to the top, and you see 360 around. So we went to another little fry shop because that's what you do. We got french fries, curry sauce, burger, chicken burger. And he's coming with the water. My man, Brian. Hi. So we're sitting at a restaurant and we're gonna order a beer now and just enjoy the day. These aren't our glasses, they're here when we got here. And then we are going to just people watch. And then I'm headed back to the train station. Gonna try and see how cheaply I can get my way home. Alright, so we're gonna try the beer of Antwerp. Prost, cheers.
Prost.
We should ask what the drink salute is here. Ooh, it's different. It's got an the front end of the flavor feels like a lighter beer, but the back end feels more like a lager. So it's really a complex flavor. Big fan. Try it. So this is the last of Brian. He's walking away. He's got a completely different train he's got to go catch. And now I'm headed on my own train to go to Dusseldorf.
You know this is the local train?
So I got on the wrong train. So I had to switch again. And now I'm back on my way to Dusseldorf. Yeah. So I don't know where I'm at. I ended up messing up the train pretty bad. I got on another train to fix my first mistake. Well, they didn't tell me when to get off. So I thought I was supposed to get off at the same spot. Well, I missed the right one. So now I have an hour-long layover in, I have no idea where I'm at, but it's pretty, and I know it's in Belgium. And there's a dragon. Caca! Or I guess roar, not caca. But anyways, pretty little city. And with an hour, I'm gonna go walk around. I just had Burger King. I know, shameful. But I was hungry and it was there. So, time to go exploring. So I'm back in Holland. And so I just grabbed a postcard, wrote it, filled it out, and put it in the mail, sent it to Kayla, letting her know. I'll probably actually get home before she ever gets that. But it's a cute little town. It's actually really, really quaint. I love the word quaint, by the way, if you haven't figured that out yet. But once again, all these canals and channels cut across the entire country to drain the water from the land, so they have land that they can live on. 2/3 of their country's made of that. Anyways, it's kind of nice, all the boats and everything. Didn't get to look too much except for a shopping district, but headed back to the train station to try and get home. So instead of getting home at 6, I'm getting back at 10, and then I have to try and get to their place. So should be a fun journey. Bye guys. So my journey nears its end, and I'm finally last time at the Dusseldorf Hauptbahnhof, or the train station, and I just have to get on the underground, which is going to take like 40 minutes to come here, or 30 minutes, I think it should be here almost. And then I'm headed off to Brigitte and Klaus's, and then after that, I'm going to sleep for a day. And then on the plane and off I go. So almost done. I'm going to sign off here. Well, no I'm not. I'm going to see, there's dinner. Brigitte said there's dinner, so I'm going to show you dinner. Stay along. Thanks guys. Thanks for traveling with me. It's been a hectic day. I'm exhausted. My feet feel better for not standing on them, but they're still sore. So I'm maybe taking a bath tonight. So not that you care, but thanks for coming with. So I made it here. I just ate dinner. I completely forgot to show you the food. It was amazing. It was a female turkey with cheese and apricot, and it was delicious. And it's a female turkey because it's a different name than the male turkey, I found out. So guys, I'm going to bed. I'm going to take a shower, sleep, and I'm going to get some videos up. So by the time you see this, the videos are already up, so scratch that. Anyways, good night guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.